do. And what I thought about was this: whenever we have new lawyers join our office, I like to talk to them about what I think is the most important quality of a public defender. And I tell them that you don't have to be the smartest, and you don't have to have done the best in law school, and you don't have to have the most charisma. But you do have to have a lot of heart. And when I say heart, I mean two things. First of all, I say heart in terms of courage. You have to have the courage to stand up there with people, like Leland referenced, who have done really bad things, and people who the rest of society is frowning on. And you got to be willing to be that person's advocate and try to achieve the best results for them. And I say courage because sometimes you have to stick your face in the fan when a judge is angry with you. You have to stick your face in the fan when the media is criticizing your positions, when the citizens in society don't understand why you do what you do, when you're fighting against the prosecutor, you're fighting against the police, you're fighting against your client's whole family, you're fighting against your client sometimes. But you have to have the courage to fight those fights, to make sure that you do the absolute best job you can do for this person that nobody else in society cares about. And that does take a lot of courage. And I also say heart from the point of view of compassion. Truly, you cannot be a good public defender if you don't have compassion for the least of these in our society. You have to truly care about people who are drug addicted or mentally ill or in poverty, and the people who have done bad things. You have to believe in redemption. And so when I think about Harry, what I want you all to know is that we would not have, as Leland said, an office that has gotten as much acclaim. We would not have the great lawyers we have if Harry had not truly embodied heart in both senses with every fiber of his being. And I will say this: Harry is talented. Harry is equally comfortable in the holding cells of York County as he is in the corridors of power in Columbia, as he is in front of a jury. He would not have been able to accomplish all the things that he has accomplished. But Harry's a guy who cared about things. And Gandhi said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." And Harry, with his heart and his talent, grabbed a hold of the criminal justice system and the indigent defense system in South Carolina, and he shook it to its foundation. And he received, as a culmination of those efforts, the Silver Crescent Award tonight. And if you take the time to read the pages out front that sort of, in more specificity, document all the ways in which he did change the system, I would say to you all, I'm not going to ask you to raise your glasses again, even though I plan to, but I'd be getting a little redundant. But I would say that I don't believe there's been a lawyer in the history of the state of South Carolina who's done more for indigent defense than my boss, my friend, my brother, Harry Dess.